Oh, does it look like I'm losing weight? I'm super hungry. I was coming back on a motorcycle ride trying to problem solve the new priorities that people think, oh, you're always changing what you're working on. Well, it's very well documented that it wasn't necessarily my choice, but when people do a 180, and I decided to have trusted them, it's kind of changes things. You know what was sad on the motorcycle ride coming back from this lead that may or may not pan out, but it'll be an additional amount of work again, taking me to November to prepare to the winter. If it works out, I don't know. A lot of people, I tell you, they still think they're good people when they change their minds about things. And a lot of the times is people say, don't tell me what to do, or don't make decisions for me. And I never did. Really what's happening is that when they know me long enough, the role modeling I do is, it's a different standard, right? It's a human standard, and it makes them feel inadequate, and then they think, yeah, that's what Martin's trying to do, is make us feel bad about ourselves, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create win-win scenarios, and if you weren't the opposite of lifelong learners, you'd solve a lot of your problems. People might think, well, how come you never solve your problem? Well, documented ministries that don't follow their mission statements. I don't know how much data you want, but also people who don't walk the talk and who break agreements, and who think they should not even feel guilt because it's normal for them to have broken it, and they're the norm. You know what was sad on the ride back is there's so many places that I see are old buildings or a roof that I could be under with my motorhome that aren't being used. And like these are often like farm or other properties that there's so much work to do there at the same time. And I know, oh, Martin, that's great, you found one of those. There's plenty of one of those. And when it doesn't work out, it's not because I broke the agreement. So, Martin, people might say, hey, Martin, you can't like even survive the winter. You're not that good at problem solving, whatever. Well, I don't think you guys get the concept of problem solving. Like, for example, if you think it's about me finding a roof in a unhealthy place that I wouldn't want to live as a good solution, well, that's your limited abilities to problem solve. And for me, problem solving doesn't necessarily mean a roof in a place where I would not be happy and acknowledged and appreciated as who I am. Like for me, problem solving includes options you don't think of. Like drive back to the West Coast, maybe. Not go on the island, might go to another country. Might enter a work contract where if they say, oh, no, we'll help you with housing, and they don't, yeah, sorry, but you broke the contract because homelessness is something you can't solve, and I would have even committed to keeping this job that is not even a passionate job for me, but it would have been of service, but not a passionate job for me. So again, why are there so many unhealthy people, let's say, that need medical care, and it's not happening still, right? It's Quebec is already worried about a tough flu and COVID coming because they haven't been problem solving, right? They should just make a law that says if you're sick, we don't want to know. Don't go to hospitals if you're sick, otherwise you'll be arrested. I think they're 2 steps from there. They're the ones who, it exists the word in French for accountability, but they've removed it from their culture. So should I go there and be with relatives in a culture that's worse off than here? Should I solve the roof part or winter housing part in a place where I can't even get paid for 5 hours a week of things that are desperately needed by you guys? No, it's not. It's just being part of the problem with you. I can problem solve some of these things, but again, I want to exist as who I am. So my problem solving skills include things that I know I can do and that I know are options in relation to my human rights and to not be part of the problem. And these are not things you see. Like if I leave, that was one of my options, and you'll think I failed. No, I can solve a roof over the motorhome and electricity. I just don't want to invest that much of my budget into it when I wouldn't be happy there. I don't think you guys get that. You really want me to be part of your failing societies with you. I have options of solutions in my great problem-solving skills that don't include being part of your misery with you. Now, you might think that's a bad problem solver, and that's okay.